This is, these are images that the telescope had taken. These are not necessarily, right after we came back from Earth, or came back to Earth. These are not the most significant images, but they're my favorites because they're early release images. The first ones the telescope took after our repair mission, and it showed that the telescope still worked. All right, so this is one of them. This is a section of the sky in Omega Centauri. Each one of these dots is a star. There are 100,000 of them in this one image, part of a larger star field in this one section of the sky with over 10 million stars. One section of the sky. This is another section of the sky where the telescope found what they call, what the astronomers called Stephan's quintet. The quintet because you have 5 galaxies. The one in the upper left is closer to us, so it's brighter and clearer. The other 4 are about the same distance away, but further away than the one on the left. And the 2 in the middle are colliding. And then finally, this is the Butterfly Nebula. It's a dying star, and it measures from end to end 2 light years. And I'm going to end with this because, as I said earlier, we saw as astronauts, we saw our job kind of as repair people. Our job was we loved it, going into space, working with tools. We loved the training, designing the tools, figuring out how we were going to do things. We absolutely loved that stuff. But we were not necessarily astronomers. We did have one astronomer on our crew, but we weren't experts in this area. Give you an example. After I came back from Hubble, my first flight, I would notice people would ask me questions, like astronomy questions. One of my neighbors, they would ask, what about this, Mike? What about that? I'm like, I don't know. My neighbor, I remember, came across the street, and he goes, Mike. I go, what is it? And he said, you know, tonight, Mars is going to be on the other side of Venus, and Pluto's coming up over here, and I don't know what's over there. And he's like, why is that happening? I'm like, I don't know. And he said, you went to Hubble, didn't you? I go, yeah, but I don't look through the telescope. I only fix it. So I think it's, you know, it's kind of like what you're doing by keeping all your institutions working, hospitals, schools, businesses. You're the ones that enable that to happen. What we did in our job, we enabled the astronomers to make the discoveries. 1 Nobel Prize so far for the discovery of dark energy. I think more to come. I think it's the greatest scientific instrument ever built. And I feel very, very proud that we were able to come together and figure out a way to fix it so that these astronomers, the scientists, could make these discoveries. And I think sometimes it's tough to have that type of job where it can be frustrating. You know, if you don't fix it, people are certainly going to know about it. And if you do, they may or may not notice, right? But I think it's important to keep the big picture in mind. The value that you have, the benefits that you're providing for the whole world. Whenever times get tough, whenever you feel like, you know, this is a really tough thing we're going through here, remember why you're doing it. It's for all those good things that come from the places that you're supporting. And I want you to keep that in mind, just like we did. Whenever we have it down, you know what, this is worth it. Whatever sacrifice we have to make, it's worth it. Thanks very much. Thank you.